Society defines self-belief as a loud performance, but the psychological reality is far darker and much more quiet. When you truly begin to trust your own instincts, you stop seeking permission from the world to exist, and that quietly threatens everyone around you. Carl Jung believed that the privilege of a lifetime is becoming who you truly are. This process starts by identifying the persona. This is a psychological mask we construct in childhood after learning that being fully ourselves can cost us love. What we often call our personality is actually this survival mechanism. It makes us predictable and controllable, ensuring we stay safe within the social group. Maintaining this mask comes with a heavy cost. You live in a state of constant self-monitoring, analyzing every social interaction as a potential threat to your acceptance. Eventually, the internal tension becomes unsustainable. The human mind is capable of surviving great pain, but it cannot thrive under a lifetime of self-betrayal. This fracture manifests through invisible symptoms. You might feel a profound emptiness or chronic exhaustion, even when your external life appears perfectly stable. This emptiness isn't a failure of character. It is a state of psychological numbness, the natural result of disconnecting from your authentic self for too long. A disturbing realization eventually forms. Many people never loved the real you. They were attached to the version of you that doubted itself, because that version was easy to manage. To reclaim that identity, you have to face what Jung called the shadow, the parts of yourself buried beneath years of social conditioning. Most people imagine the shadow as a collection of dark impulses, like anger or violence. But the shadow often hides your highest potential. It contains the ambition, intelligence, and intensity you were taught to suppress to keep others comfortable. Suppressing these gifts turns you into emotional infrastructure, existing primarily for the stability of everyone else. We think this self-sacrifice earns respect, but it actually breeds unconscious entitlement. People stop seeing you as a person and start seeing you as a utility. Because of this, genuine self-belief initially feels lonely. As your social dynamics shift, the people who once seemed supportive may suddenly become distant the moment you stop asking for their approval. When the agreeable friend suddenly sets boundaries, it creates a social shockwave. Your new independence changes the balance of power, making people uncomfortable. This reveals a harsh reality. Human connection is often conditional. People frequently prioritize emotional predictability over actual honesty. Authentic people create friction because they are difficult to manipulate. When you are no longer susceptible to guilt or shame, you become a threat to the unconscious systems that keep others comfortable. Society often attacks individual growth because witnessing someone escape a psychological prison forces others to confront the limitations they've accepted in their own lives. Jung described the path to the true self as individuation. It is a necessary, though often painful, psychological reorganization. This process involves grieving the false identities that once kept you safe, such as the obedient child or the endlessly agreeable friend. This strips away the ego. Built on external validation, it is brittle and shatters when challenged. Alignment is different. Rooted in internal truth, external challenges don't break it. They cause the structure to solidify and become clearer. Self-belief is an ongoing struggle against the years of internal conditioning that once told you to stay invisible for your own safety. This leads to a terrifying question. What if you actually become everything you are capable of being? Many people choose a limited identity because it offers a safe excuse for failure. True potential is unpredictable, and it carries a weight of responsibility that most would rather avoid. But there is no tragedy greater than realizing you abandoned your own spirit just to avoid being abandoned by others. The most dangerous person in the room is the one who no longer needs approval to recognize their own worth. Believing in yourself means finally becoming honest enough to stop abandoning your own soul in the silence.